Howdy, folks. We got something a little different on the docket today. We're not going to be speed running an 8-bit game. We're going to be talking a little bit about alchemy in Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. We're going to talk about how we can use alchemy in such a way that we can tailor our game experience to the way we want to play. What I mean by that is, we can use exploits within the alchemy engine, within the alchemy system, to help us level certain things quicker, to help us enchant things more efficiently. We use alchemy to become better alchemists, strangely enough. We can use it to make potions to fly swiftly across vast swaths of Vardenfell. We can make feather potions that last for days, that allow us to carry way more than we should be able to carry because we have a constant feather effect when we have that potion activated. And like I said, you can make ones that will last for days. And all of this can be done relatively quickly by a very low-level, early entry-level player. Now, I would suggest that if you are a first-time Morrowinder, that you don't do this stuff because it could potentially ruin the experience that you might otherwise have as a natural vanilla player. But however, it's your experience. You are role-playing in this game as the player, and you have the ability to do whatever you choose. And if you choose to break the game with the mechanics available to you, there's nothing wrong with that. I just would recommend not, because I played this game for the first time when it first came out in 2002. It was one of the first Xbox games that I had, and it was stellar. It was a stellar experience, and I didn't know all of the game breaking stuff. I figured some of it out. But what I'm going to show you right now is the easiest, quickest, most effective, and most intuitive way to be able to turn yourself into a god character. As you can see, we're playing as a Khajiit. We have a pretty cool looking character here. This is our Khajiit. Look at that glass helmet. It's so dope. Got the shield. Let's see what kind of weapon we got here. We got an enchanted blade. So yeah, our Khajiit is decked out. Now we have just started to develop our collections here in Lalo Manor. We've been starting to collect a few things here and there. We got some enchanted stuff over here. Some glass orcish stuff. We've got a mortar and pestle. We've got some, this right here. This just needs to go in a drawer somewhere, or I need to sell it to Revere. But anyway, the area where we're going to be spending our time today. Oh yeah, I haven't cleared off these shelves yet. These shelves are eventually going to contain all weapons and armor and stuff. It's going to be awesome. But these are some books that we've collected, some rare-ish type books. We have a couple of the Vivek lessons. We have a couple of those, I think, yeah. And so we're going to collect all 34 in this playthrough. And we're going to have them all on the bookshelves. Anyway, we're going to be spending our time in this room. This is the room where I do all of my witchy kitchen witch crafting. This is my room. Now we're playing on vanilla Xbox Morrowind. Not even the Game of the Year edition. Not on, there is no DLCs, no Blood Moon, no Tribunal, none of that. This is just the purest, early, original Morrowind game. They came out on Xbox. That's what we're playing on. Xbox. With my original Xbox controller, too. Actually, this is the second gen Xbox controller, but I've had it for a long, long time. Anyway, what we're going to be doing in this room is experiencing alchemy. Now, we're going to look at, this is my inventory currently. I don't have any potions in my inventory. I made a bunch and then I put them away. But right now we're going to make potions. I've collected a bunch of ingredients here that we can use to make potions with. It looks like I am a little bit short on some of the things I want to use, but we can go get them relatively easily. So we are going to do that. First thing that we're going to do, though, is we're going to talk a little bit about what alchemy is. Now, you have these 4 elements here. You have a mortar and pestle, you have an alembic, you've got a calcinator, and a retort. All of these things together, if you look at them, they all put they all do different things to the effects that you're going to have that you create with your potions. So the only one that you have to do alchemy is the mortar and pestle. These other ones just refine your potion, take away the bad effects of some ingredients, and increase the potency of other ingredients. So the most important thing is that you have at least a mortar and pestle if you want to try this. Now, you can see that I have some really dope gear here, right? I have some really dope gear. Where did I get all this? Well, I'll show you where I got it real quick if you want to see. When you start the game off, you may not have any of this, but if you want to get some, I'll show you where to get it. I already have the stuff I took from Caldera, but there is, well, I don't even want to go there right now. I can just show you later. But you can get this stuff in Caldera. You get a whole master's set. You go to Caldera Mages Guild. You can actually fast travel over there using the Mage Teleport. Which is dope. And then when you get there, you want to go downstairs, and there's a door there you can go in, close the door behind you so nobody comes in there. You go up the little stairs they got there, and there's a whole set sitting there. You just take it. It's not yours, but you take it because now it's going to be yours. So anyway, I normally keep my alchemy ingredients in these 3 crates right here. I try to separate them out by stuff I use for with certain types of effects. Like I'll have my ash yam and bloat here for my fortify intelligence potions, which I have a ton of them right here, as you see. These are some that I have collected heavily because we use them so frequently. But there's a lot of ingredients here that I need to have that I for some reason have. I guess I made a ton of potions and just don't have a ton of ingredients right now. So what I will do is I will take a brief pause here. In the snap of my fingers, I'm going to be back with all the ingredients we need to do this video. So be prepared. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Wow, look at all those ingredients. That's amazing. So we got lots of stuff. We went shopping. I got most of the stuff in Balmora here, and I'll kind of talk through what I got. We have enough ingredients here to make a ton of extremely high-level potions. Now, the first thing you're going to want to get is ash yam and bloat. Bloat you can get right here in town, I believe. I'm going to write that down, but ash yams I always get from the guy in Caldera in the Imperial Shrine. And I can put links to the areas where you can find all this stuff in the description below. But once you do acquire it, and you've got your stuff here, we're going to go ahead and just select any one of your 4 items here, any one of your 4 elements. And we're going to just select one, and it'll put all 4 of them in there for us, right? So what we're going to want to do first is we're going to want to create a Fortify Intelligence potion. And we're going to make 4 or 5 of them. Now, when you first start off, you may fail several times making a potion. You just hit, create over and over and over again. You'll make some and you'll miss some, but that's okay. As long as you make 3 or 4, you're good. So I'm not going to fail a lot because my alchemy skill is very high at this point in my game. But we're just going to go over here and find this one. This is the bloat. We're going to add 305. We're not going to use all of them. And we're going to use the ashy. I just have that much stored here in my crates. I don't carry it with me, but I keep it stored in my crates here. Okay. So what that does, if you see each one of these items, each one of these ingredients that we have has a number between 1 and 4 in effects. Some of them are negative, some of them are positive. For bloat here, this is interesting because its number 1 effect, its first effect is it drains magicka. So if you just ate a bloat, if you just ate it and just took it like without making a potion out of it, you just ate it, it would just drain your magicka. That's all it would do. But if you refine it with these tools, these the mortar and pestle, the alembic, the calcinator, and the retort, if you do that and you put 2 ingredients together with that share at least one common effect. So bloat, drain magicka, but the second effect, fortify intelligence, is really important. If we look at the next item that we have now, the ash yam, fortify intelligence, is the first effect. So if you just ate an ash yam, which we can do if you want, we can just eat one and it will fortify our intelligence. Not by much, but a little bit. And then we check our intelligence rating and it is fortified. Okay. So that's what happens if you have a high alchemy skill, your first effect will be significantly enhanced as far as the effects that it has on you. So we're going to go back to this screen here, and we're going to select our ash yam and our bloat. And we're going to make a few of these, and I want to show you what we're doing here exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these potions, and then we're going to drink those potions, and then we're going to fortify the shit out of our intelligence. Okay? So 2, 3, 4, 5. So we made 5 potions. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go find those potions we just made. They're all right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're worth 133 each. These are going to fortify intelligence 48 points for 137 seconds. Normally, if you're just making these with a fresh character with a low alchemy skill, you're not going to have anywhere near this amount of effect. Plus, if you're not using the best gear, the best mortar and pestle and on stuff that you can get, then you're not going to get this kind of effects. But it doesn't matter. You make 5 of them and you drink all 5. Doesn't matter how powerful they are, drink them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've just drank 5 potions. Now let's look at our intelligence. It jumped to 346, right? Well, the way alchemy works is the power, the strength of your potion that you make is heavily dependent upon your intelligence level at the time you make the potion, right? The time you do the alchemy, whatever your intelligence level is, pays a high. It makes a big difference in the success or failure, and also the duration and amount, the effect amount that you actually get out of those potions. So we just drank a shitload of potions, and you saw that those potions fortified by 48. You saw they fortified our intelligence by 48 for each potion, so they stack. And the fact that they stack is extremely important. Okay, so now we're going to do the exact same thing. Again, make 5 potions. Move over here and grab our alchemist set. I have so many ingredients in here. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. We're going to make 5 more potions, and then we're going to see what's going on here. So we got our bloat. Let's go grab our ash yams. Ash yams. Okay. So we're going to create 5 potions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Let's have a look at those potions and what the effects are here. These will fortify intelligence by 60 points for 173 seconds. So we have already made a major step up here. Both in the amount that it is enhancing and the duration. So let's go ahead and drink these. Oops, I drank something else there. I drank a Sujama, I think, or a Talvani bug musk or something. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now let's have a look. Our intelligence is now 646. That's crazy because we're stacking this effect, right? I don't have to tell you what we're going to do again, but this time we'll make 10 potions. This time we're going to make 10 potions. Now, obviously, you're going to have to save up and buy some ash yams and bloat. but you can, and I'll teach you a way at some point in one of these little videos I'm going to do, how to make your vendor sell you 100 ingredients at a time as opposed to however many they normally have. If they normally stock 10 and they're a restocking vendor, every time you go talk to them, they'll give you 10 more. But I can teach you a way. Most of you may already know it, but I can teach you a way to have that vendor have 100 in his inventory at all times. So whenever you go to him, you buy 100, exit out of the menu, go back in, you can buy 100. So if you need to buy 200 of the same item for potions and shit to sell, because you're not going to be drinking all these potions. We're doing this so we can sell and buff our coin, trying to fill our pocketbooks here. So once again, and we're going to do this until we get to a ridiculous number of intelligence, and then we're going to start making other potions that are going to be super useful to us throughout our journeys. Okay, so let's make I don't know, 6 or 7 of these. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10. That's good. So now we're going to drink all that shit. Drink a lot of potions. So fortify intelligence. Each one of these is worth money. You can see the value over there is at 215 per potion. Now, the ones that we made initially were not worth anywhere near that. They were worth like 60 or something like that. But we're going to drink all these. We just drank all those potions that we made. Now check this out. We're at 1,400 intelligence right now. 1,400. I know this seems repetitive, but we're going to do this just a couple more times. Maybe we'll just do it one more time. We'll do this one more time. We're going to make 10 more potions, and then we're going to be done with the intelligence boosting for now, and we're going to actually make some shit that's going to be useful to us, because the only reason we're making these intelligence potions here right now is because we want to boost our shit up to where we are so ridiculously powerful alchemically that the potions that we make, like if we make a levitation potion, you'll be able to fly through Morrowind super fast. And if you need to sell potions, you can make 100 potions and you go sell them, they're worth 2,000 to 3,000 gold per potion. 2,000 to 3,000 gold per potion. And you just go to, there's a couple of vendors that have a lot of money, and you can go there and they'll always buy your stuff. So, all right, here we go. We're going to drink these. 329 is the value on these now. We only made 4 that time. And 1,855 is our intelligence. We're going to stop there. You can go up as high. I mean, there is a point at which it'll break the game. But I usually, if I'm doing this for real, I get my intelligence up to 13,000 or higher. And I usually don't go much over that, because at some point, like I say, you make a levitation potion. If your intelligence is at 20,000, you'll never come back down and you won't be able to rest. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be floating for weeks in your game. You can't wait. You just have to set the controller down or whatever. So there is a point at which it is there's a law of diminishing returns on these potions. Now, obviously, if you're just going for maximum value for sale, yeah, go ahead and boost that shit up. But right now we're at 1,855 intelligence right now. What we're going to make is some stuff that's going to be real cool. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to grab trauma root, and we're going to grab one more ingredient called racer plumes. Okay, trauma root, the first effect is restore willpower. So if you just eat it, that's what it will do. The second effect was levitate. Now, racer plumes, the last effect is levitate. So we have 10 of each of these ingredients right now. So what we're going to make is 10 levitate potions. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. We've used up all those ingredients. Now let's take a look at those potions we just made. These are levitate potions. They're worth 397 gold each. You levitate 48 points for 136 seconds. So it's 136 seconds that you get pure levitation. And these ingredients cost us 2 gold apiece. Now, usually when I'll show you some of the ones I've made before that are ridiculous, where it's like thousands of seconds of levitation. You can do that. Just the more you buff up your intelligence, the better. But this is a really great potion. To prove my point, we're going to go outside. And we're going to use this levitate potion real quick so you can see what you just did. Look at this. Look how fast we are. We can just fly. We're just flying through Balmora right now. And we just made that with your alchemy set because you boosted your intelligence, and you can just make this stuff. I mean, look how awesome this looks. I wish you guys could see the richness on my CRT. The capture is not doing this justice at all. But anyway, we're going to fly around Balmora a little bit here just to enjoy ourselves. Kind of see things from a little different perspective. We'll go see our friend the Silt Strider over here. It is dusk too, which sort of mutes the colors a bit. But on my CRT, this has a very nice reddish hue, this Silt Strider. It's gorgeous. But this is the levitation potion we just made. And we spent, 5 or 6 minutes setting it up? And now we can fly through Morrowind at our leisure. And we made this at 1,500 or 1,300, 1,400 intelligence. So it will wear off relatively quickly, which is sometimes what you want. You sometimes don't want a levitation potion that lasts for, weeks. You don't want that. That's not something you want to use. That's great for sale, but it's not something you want to use necessarily. All right. So here we are again. And by the way, we are still levitating. As you can see, we are still levitating, but we're going to make some more stuff right here. All right. Let's make some more cool potions here. Let's see. Let's grab our alchemy set, and we'll go down here, and we're going to make something really cool. This is actually, you know what I left? I had some moon sugar, and I left, you know what? F this. Let's go get our moon sugar. So moon sugar, if you don't know, is very illegal here in Morrowind, in Vardenfell. And if you have moon sugar on you, the vendors will not deal with you. So I was trying to buy some ingredients earlier during that quick snap of my finger from her.
It won't take too much of my time.
But she wouldn't deal with me because I had moon sugar for this tutorial. So I just left it here. So we're going to pick that up. All right. Good to go now. She sells ingredients. This is the alchemist right next to your manor house here. So now we have our moon sugar. So I'm actually going to use this moon sugar to make a potion. You can just eat the moon sugar, and I'll show you what the effects are. But ideally, you would want to make a potion out of it. Now, of course, you don't have to, but you can. And a lot of times, if I make one, I'll boost myself up real high, and I'll call it skooma. But if you just call it skooma, there's already an item in the game with that name, so it will just default it to fortified. Now we're not levitating anymore. So that was a really good length of levitation right there. I like that. 136 seconds was nice. That was nice. So anyway. But yeah, we're going to use this moon sugar, and we're going to make it. We're going to make a potion here. So let's do that real quick, just for fun, and then we'll get into the more serious stuff here. But the ingredients that we're going to be using here is shulk resin, and we're going to be using that moon sugar we were talking about. I have 2 of them. They're kind of rare, and there's no restocking vendors in Morrowind. But shulk resin, the 4th ingredient effect is fortify speed, and for moon sugar it's the 1st. So they share a common effect, so you can make a potion out of them. So we have a shulk resin, and we have moon sugar, and we're going to make 2 potions. Let's see what we can call it here. Let's call this you can name your potions too, which is really cool. Let's call it skooma. What are we going to call it? Skoomageddon. I had to get something creative. Skoomageddon. Done. So we're going to make these right now. Boom and boom. All right, now let's look at those potions real quick. Right here. It just calls them fortify speed. I wonder why. Well, that's weird. It's supposed to let you go, whatever. Anyway, you get fortify speed 123 for 363 seconds, which is insane. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. But I'm going to do a save first because I don't want to break the game. So we're going to save this under alchemy because this is a tutorial. And we're going to drink one of these Scoomageddons here, even though it didn't name it that in our inventory for some dumb reason. Now watch this. Oh man, look how fast we are. We're flying through here, man. Look at this. Oh, now we're stuck. Oh no. But yeah, we can just run like Forrest Gump now. But yeah, if you get your intelligence up to like, if you get your intelligence up, so I made. Okay, I'm gonna show you all something a little funny. I made myself some pants. They're called the MC Hammer pants because they're like parachute pants, and they're a quick levitate, and they only last a few seconds, but it's enough to get you out of a bind like we were just in there. But anyway, this is the Fortify Speed and what we can do. We just made that out of a little bit of a few ingredients there. All right. All right, so we're levitating and we're hopped up on moon sugar. So right now our intelligence back down to 546 as you see there, right? Because our potions did not have a super long duration because we only did a few rounds of that. Now, if you want to really go cray, I will show you what that looks like because I fortunately made some of these potions before our little session here, and I will show you what some advanced potions look like here. All right. We're looking for Fortify Intelligence. All right. Fortify Intelligence, 842 points for 2,517 seconds. It's worth 2,500 gold. Now, the reason that's important is that the guy that we sell to always has 5,000 gold every day. So we make potions that are close to 2,500 each or even go up to 5,000 each. And then we sell one at a time or two at a time. Wait 24 hours, and then we just have a constant supply of ridiculous money coming in the door constantly. So we're going to take these. We're going to take, let's take 6 of them, and then we'll just drink those real quick, and then we'll get back to this thing. And we just imagine that you're buffing yourself like this. Okay, intelligence back up to 1388. Let's get a few more of those, because fuck it. We have lots of different ones that we've made of different values and stuff. Fortify Intelligence here, it's 2513. Let's grab those. Fortify Intelligence here, these are worth 2,600 each. So let's just say you start making them, and then every time you do a cycle of it, it gets more and more intense. You know what I'm saying? Those are some levitate potions that we made. Okay, so we're going to drink Fortify Intelligence potions. And we're going to drink all 10 of these bitches, and we're going to see what happens to our intelligence rating. Okay, we're at 9,800, so that's fine. 9,800 is good. Let's grab these. All right, and we're going to go with something a little different this time. So we did the fun thing, but now this one's going to be really important. We're going to get this scuttle here. We're going to put scuttle in our little witch's brew cauldron here, and we're also going to grab something called heather. And these are very easy to come by items. We have 20 heather here. Now look what that does. So this feather is the third effect. Restore fatigue and fortify fatigue is first. Feather is second here. But feather is unbelievable because what feather does is it makes everything that you're carrying weigh 0. So when you drink one of these, and then you look at your carry weight, it's always 0 out of your maximum capacity. So if your maximum carry capacity is 400, it's 0 out of 400. You drink one of these potions, it will give you a feather effect. Now, especially with our intelligence at 10,000, it'll give you a feather effect for a long time. You only got to drink one of these, and you can literally carry full sets of Orcish and Daedric armor around with you. You can carry 500 different Dwemer scrap metal chunks. Like, you can carry everything, and it weighs nothing just by using one of these potions. And these ingredients cost nothing. They're super cheap. So we're going to let's make 5 of these, eh? And our alchemy skill increased to 75. Nice. All right. Let's have a quick look-see at those potions we just made. Feather. So this is feather 534 points for 1,594 seconds. That's a long time, and that is a lot of weight you can carry for free. It's free weight you can carry. Some of the feathers that I have made in the crate here. So if we look at some of my feathers I have in here, I got to find them real quick. I have several. Feather here. 431 points for 1,287 seconds. This one is 841 points for 2,500 seconds. It's worth 2,500. So if you drink one of these potions, you can carry 841 weight for free, and it makes you super fast because you have no carry weight. So everything you do when you're running is like you're naked and you're carrying nothing. It's super fast. Anyway, that is one of the things that I like to do. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to make the feather. We're going to make the levitation potion. We can make that fortify speed if you want to. Sometimes that can be fun. But there's some other stuff that we like to do too. There's some other important effects that we want to be able to do. And one of those is going to be, and sometimes like if you're looking through and you don't know exactly what you're looking at, you can actually just hold this button and just scroll through and see them as you look. So Ruby also has feather effect as well. Only thing is here, it's worth 200 It's worth 200 gold per ruby, as opposed to the 4 or 5 that the other shit is worth. Anyway, moving on, we're looking for another item. We're looking for this one, marshmallow. So we take marshmallow, and then we're going to get another ingredient here. We're looking for... Where is it? Nope, that's not the one. I know I grabbed it. Okay, we're looking for emerald. That has the effect we want, but we're not going to use an emerald for this. That's way too expensive. We want cheap potions that are effective. Well, this is a big old miss. I don't have the other ingredient that I need. So we're going to make a different potion, and that's okay. This one right here is one that you're going to want to do. You got scales here, and we're going to grab those scales because we want this second item, water walking. That's what we want. We want to be able to walk across water and not have to deal with drow and slaughterfish and all of that other stuff. So we're going to look for something else that has water walking, and we'll see if we see it. We're looking for purple. There we go, Quamacuddle. It's worth only 2. So both of these ingredients are super cheap, and you get an effect of water walking because they don't share any other effects with each other. Water walking is the only one. So let's create 5 of those, and let's see what those potions look like now. Water walking for 533 seconds, and it's worth 1,500 gold. So we can literally walk on water for 533 seconds. And that's really fast. So if you don't want to levitate, if you're out of levitation potions, it's good to have a couple of these in your back pocket. Also, if you just have the ingredients lying around, just make potions even if you're not going to use them so you can sell them. And they're worth the same whether they're shit potions or great potions. It doesn't matter. Your skill as an alchemist is what gives them value. So anyway, 533 seconds water walking, that is good. We like that. We definitely like that. There's something else I wanted to show you here as well. I think I have one of these left. I think I sold most of them, but I might not have. Okay, here. This is a drain fatigue potion, okay? Now, why would you make a drain fatigue potion? Well, I didn't have that in my mind when I went to make this potion. My intention when I made this potion was to make fortify speed, which, as you see, it does. It does fortify your speed, but that's not the only effect because the two ingredients I used to make this potion shared two effects, and one of them, the one's highest on the priority list, was drain fatigue. So this will make you extremely fast. You'll be able to fly, but if anything hits you at all, you're going to fall down and pass out, basically. It's basically this is the methamphetamine here. So anyway, I made that on accident. I didn't use them, obviously, so I sold them to Creeper and made good money off of it. So anyway, that's another one that you want to do, that you want to have in your repertoire. You want to have that available to you. That ability to sell stuff, even if you make a mistake on a potion or something like that. Okay, so we got water walking. Another thing that we're going to do here, and this one is really important, specifically if you're a mage type character and you like to cast magic a lot. We're looking for something with the effect of restore magicka. Now, some of these ingredients can be expensive, right? So frost salts, these are not cheap necessarily, but I came across a bunch of them. So we're going to look at that one. So we're going to use frost salts. Now, fortify magicka here is not the same as restore magicka. Okay, so then we have Daedra's Heart, which we can use to restore magicka as well, that's very expensive. It's 200 gold. We don't want to mess with that. Now look at here. Comberry. It's only 2 gold, and it's easy to find. You can buy it in Balmora, and it's worth 2 gold, but it has restore magicka as one of its attributes. So we're going to put that in the old cauldron here, and then we're going to find the least expensive other item that does restore magicka. We don't want to use our expensive stuff here. So if you got a lot of ingredients, you can be choosy and use the cheapest ingredients you've got because it's not going to change the effects. So we're looking for restore magicka. Okay, so we got these frost salts for 75. We got an emerald for 150, and there's a couple of other ones that are more expensive too. So the frost salts are going to be where we're at. Again, they're 75, so you're spending 77 gold. That's it, 77 gold for a restore magicka. And I'll show you how ridiculous this is. We're going to make, let's just make one of these. Oh, let's make 5 of them, since that's what we're doing. All right, let's go look at this restore magicka. So, restore magicka, 110 points for 322 seconds. Essentially, you have 322 seconds where you can cast as many spells as you want, and your magicka will never drain. That's pretty fucking impressive. And we made it with 77 gold. That's it. That's all it cost to make this, was 77 gold worth of ingredients. This is invaluable, especially like in a dungeon. You know what I mean? You go into a dungeon, you want to have maximum access to your magic, and this is how you do it. So that's a fantastic potion that you want to make sure you have. A few other things that I wanted to kind of show you here. Now, let's say you just got a handful of ingredients and you don't really you've already used up all your ash yams and bloat, but you don't want to blow your intelligence level. So you've already jacked your intelligence level up to 10,000. It takes some time to do that. But once you do, you're like, man, I got all these extra ingredients. What am I going to do? So I just suggest going through and finding a nice positive effect. So you see the negative effects are in red. Your unique effects are in different colors, but fortify is kind of in that blue, restores in like a lighter blue. So we look here and we see this is a let's find the cheapest ingredients we can that have something useful. Rue brush, fortify agility. That's not a bad one to look for. We have rat meat where we can cure poison. Muck, cure common disease. This one is the one I wanted to show you, the restore health potion, but I didn't buy the other ingredients, unfortunately. I thought I did, and I didn't, so that's on me. Kagudi Hide has something called Night Eye, which is interesting. Now, here's the thing. Some of these dungeons are very dark, right? Very dark. And if you want to have a Night Eye potion, you can actually do that with some of the ingredients that we have. So we're going to select this Kagudi Hide here. And then we have one other thing in here that'll do Night Eye, and that's a Daedra Heart. We got that from killing a bad guy. We have 4 of them. So this also has Night Eye. We can also use this for Restore Magicka, but the value is very high. For Night Eye, though, you're not going to use these very often, but sometimes when you get down in these big, deep, dark dungeons and you just need to see better, we have a Night Eye effect that we can do here. And this is going to be a very high potency effect that's going to last a long time. So you can actually use this to buff and get yourself in a good spot in the underworld when you're needing some light in dark places. So let's create one of those because it is an expensive potion. But let's find our Night Eye potion we just made. Right here. It's worth 1,591. Night Eye, 2,600 points for 8,000 seconds. Bruh. That is ridiculous. Those numbers don't even equate. So, okay, I'm gonna show you something. Just for your own knowledge here. Let me show you. I have a really cool constant effect item that I'm wearing right now that I made. Where is it? So in the MC Hammer Pants, not that. Amulet of Life is no. That's a cast when used. Where's my item I made? I made a constant effect night. Hold on. Am I wearing it? I should be wearing it. Tunic of Vision. I don't know why it wasn't shown. Oh, because it's constant effect. That's what it is. So I made this. This is Night Eye 60 points in 50 feet on self. So this is Night Eye on self. Okay. If I take this off, so this is what the world looks like right now. Okay. If I take this thing off, hopefully this comes through, but it is extremely evident in my CRT. Everything got darker, significantly darker, right? So let's put that back on. Look at that. See, it's just so much brighter. And that's a 60-point constant effect enchantment. 60 points. Can you imagine 2,656 points? Anyway, this is the magic that is alchemy. This is what you can do to develop your game into whatever the F you want it to be. And you can find little weird other ingredients too, like if you just have random stuff, like rando junk lying around. Green lichen, cure common disease. So we have a cure common disease. Violet copperness is water walking as well. That's good to know. So here, chokeweed, cure common disease. So we do chokeweed, cure common disease. And then green lichen. So this is worth nothing. We have 4 gold, $4 worth of ingredients here. $4. That's all we got in this right now. Make 2 potions. Look at this shit. This is worth 1,500. Using 4 gold, we just made a 1,500 potion. It cures. All it does is cure common disease. That's it. That's all it does. It cures common disease. It's worth 1,500. We use 4 gold. So you can see how this can upscale as you continuously make more powerful potions and buff your intelligence, and then sell to get gold to buy items to make enchantments, and moving up and moving on and more, get all the training you want in alchemy, get all the training you want in enchantment. And by the time you spend a few hours going down this path, as long as you don't do anything stupid and break the game, you go a few hours down this path, you will be a god character. You will be a god character in no time. I mean, look at here. Look at here, folks. That's all I got to say. And we're relatively new in this build. We just started this build this week. We just started this build a few days ago. And we're already here. And I have so much, like the value of what I have in this crate right here. Look at this. This is a stack of 14 restore healths that are worth $3,000 a piece. Just this one potion stack right here. 14 restore healths at $3,000 a piece. You know what I'm saying? You got 50,000 gold sitting right there. Just right there. Not including any of this other shit. Look at all this stuff. Look at all the values. We got 11 of these levitates for 1,700. We got 11 of these fortify endurance for 1,700. We got 10 feathers that are worth $3,000 a piece. Fortify feather 983 points for 2,900 seconds. 3,000 seconds. And the thing is that my character here, look how fast he is. He couldn't run if I didn't have that feather potion on. As a matter of fact, he couldn't even walk. He would be over encumbered because I carry so much with me everywhere I go. I don't always carry all these ingredients. Normally I will just carry a few potions with me, and I'll leave the majority of these ingredients in these crates over here. So I can just come back here to make potions if I need to and spend an hour just buffing. And I usually will carry with me 5 feather potions wherever I go in case I get to a point where I need to do a whole bunch of training or something with a master trainer in a tough spot to get to or something like that. I'll just make sure I have enough feathers to, get me through. I'll bring 5 restore health potions or 10 and 5 restore magicka potions or 10. And that's, and then levitate. I bring a few levitate potions as well. And that's it. Those are the 4 potions that I really restore health, restore magicka, levitate, and feather. Those are the 4 potions that I never leave home without. I will always have stacks of them, and they'll always be high quality. When I sell potions, I sell crap I'm not going to use, like these fortify speed potions. Like I'm not going to use those. And then in this crate, I have like fortify endurance and stuff like that I could use. But I typically don't. I mean, let's see. Water walking, cure common disease for 1,600. Those are ones I just made because I had extra ingredients lying around. Lot of restore magickas, and these are all just different potions I've made over the time in the last few days of playing this. Restore fatigue. I don't really use that much. Especially because if you use feather, you don't lose fatigue really when you're walking because you're light as a feather. Your fatigue doesn't go away. But this is restore fatigue for 3,000 seconds. So basically, for 3,000 seconds, your fatigue will never drop, but it doesn't anyway when you're using feather. So these are worth $3,000 a piece. Drain fatigue. That's the one I was talking about. Fortify speed. These are more skooma potions. Cure blight disease. I made these. All they do is cure blight because I just had extra ingredients. I made 1,600. But anyway, you do with your character what you want. I just wanted to kind of show some of the stuff I've learned. And there are spots. I'm going to leave a link in the description here to UESP and where you can find all of these ingredients and make yourself, get yourself like a stockpile like I've got here. Because now that I'm done making potions, I will go in here and I'll just start dropping off all my ingredients. My ash yam, my bloat goes in there. We just drop all this off. And we'll just clear our inventory out. If I just drop all the comberry, we drop all this stuff. We're going to drop black. Drop this. Coat of flower is actually kind of cool. It has levitate also, and it's... you can just pick them up off of trees and shit. Drop our ash salts. Drop the elite hide. We're going to drop all those kwama eggs. Marshmallows all going in there. We're just dropping everything. I'm not going to organize all this right now. Oh, the item will not fit. Okay, yeah. So we've totally filled that crate. So now we move on to the next crate. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What do we... Oh, we're going to drain our magicka because we just ate a scamp skin on accident. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Okay. All of our ingredients have been put off into the world. I'm going to drop all these potions off in here as well. And then we're going to go through and selectively pick the potions we're going to need for our adventuring. Okay. Here we are. Now we're just going to go in here and let's get our potions that we want. So we need... I don't need Restore Fatigue. We'll take Restore Health. And we'll take all 6. We'll take Feather. Now, those are actually really low quality ones that I made early on, so we don't need those. We're not going to be messing with those. These are high quality. This is Feather, 841 points. So we're going to take, let's take 5 of those. Then we're going to need Water Walking. We'll take 5 of those. Actually, we'll just take 2 Water Walkings because we can levitate normally. And then Restore Health. These are Restore Health for 600 seconds, so you're invincible for 600 seconds. And we're going to take 5 of these. And then we need to Levitate. 180. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good Levitate potion. So now we look in here. Here's the potions that we're bringing with us. We're bringing 6 Restore Health, 5 Feather, another 5 Restore Health, I guess. That was an accident. 2 Water Walking, and then Levitate. We have Restore Magicka. We didn't bring a Restore Magicka, did we? No, we'll do that. I'm going to drop off the 6 Restore Healths. Yeah, we'll drop these off. And then we need to grab Restore Magicka. That's the important one. We always want to make sure we have Restore Magicka. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Did I take all of that? Oh my god, I clicked take all. Bruh. I'm not carrying all these potions. All right. That's it for me. That's a quick intro. I guess quick. I don't know. It's been an hour, but close to it. Anyway, quick intro into Morrowind's alchemy system. I'd like to walk you through the world and sort of show you where to find all this stuff. Maybe we'll do that in the next video, just kind of a walk through different areas to see where we can pick up free ingredients that we can use to make extremely high-powered broken potions for sale or use. So anyway, if you like what you see, hit subscribe down below. My name is Opry99er, and I'll see you next time in the next video.